Hello, my name is Dr. Brandon Gamble, and I'm coming to you from San Diego State University regarding the Black Men's Warriors Collective. We meet here at the Black Resource Center, and it's a collaboration, a group of men from our fraternities, our Black Employee Resource Group, and the Student African American Brotherhood, who are faculty, staff, students who come together to really focus in on our own collective healing from our day-to-day activity as warriors. So this originally began as a Black Men's Healing Circle by Professor Dwayne Shaver. Shout out to my fraternity brother, Dwayne Shaver. And it was a conversation that needed to be had to help men heal from the trauma, but also recognize that they're not alone. So I always like to thank those for attending. Again, the Student African American Brotherhood, um, brothers who've already graduated, the Brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, as well as the Men of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. And we met a couple of weeks ago, but I want to just share a little bit about that, not take too long, but share a little bit about that meeting and invite you out to our next meeting. So what we generally do is we take some time to remember a particular warrior. This time we remembered the warrior Shaka Zulu, or Shaka, King of the Zulus. And he was born in July 1787. And some of his quotes we talked about, but also helped put us in that mindset and that mind frame to think of ourselves not only as warriors, but as men who live a full life. So here's some quotes. It's easy to have chemistry when nobody sits on the bench, right? Again, that idea that we're not alone. Next, the European told Shaka Zulu if he didn't convert to Christianity, he would burn in hell. Shaka told him, catch this now, on this land, we eat fire. Man, you can't really mess with that when on the warrior level. All right. This last quote, I need no bodyguard at all, for even the bravest men who approach me get weak at the knees and their hearts turn to water, whilst their heads become giddy and incapable of thinking as the sweat of fear paralyzes them. Right. So our Warriors Collective Creed really built out of a framework of radical healing in communities of color, also Dr. Naim Akbar's natural psychology and human transformation, as well as visions for Black men. So we are all Black men and equal under the sun. So we get rid of all our titles, all those other things, just talk as men. Next, we are stronger together. Indeed, that collective gathering of Black men, it creates a particular energy that helps us become stronger, and hopefully we leave the gathering stronger than when we started. We are witness to each other's greatness, right? We encourage solutions and advocate for greatness for all. And sometimes these last three, being witness to each other's greatness, means I'm looking to my brother and seeing him as someone who is capable of overcoming, or even calling out those things that they've overcome and maybe downplayed. We really want them to understand that. We also focus in on solutions. So this isn't a whole, sing the blues event, and we advocate for greatness for all. So we had some questions this last evening that we met. Who are strong leaders you know, right? And folks talked about their dads, they talked about, and many of us talked about our fathers, but we also talked about coaches, friends, mentors in our lives. What would be a sign of readiness for leadership for Black men? What would be a sign of readiness for leadership for Black men? And this one was really in depth because each of the participants, it kind of brought out, and this is what I was hoping it would do, brought out their own sense of readiness for leadership, but also reminiscing on their experience, but as well as their own efforts at mentoring the next group to come in. So we have a lot of mentoring that goes on here at the Black Resource Center. Particularly, we hire mentors to work with our entering students. So they may be a sophomore or junior, and they're mentoring that next level. So mentoring is a big part of what we do. So they were really able to reflect on this question. How do we know when to follow a leader and when to step up to leadership? Sometimes it's about the roles, and they were actually really kind with one another as we had this conversation, thinking about, man, so it's hard out here, and it's good to be able to know when you can have somebody else's back. But they also talked about trust and having that trust for the right time, right place, right role. Right. So some of them are highlights in healing is, and this kind of caught me by surprise, but the folks were really focusing on the challenge is with self. The men were really clear that the challenge is within ourselves, but also our opportunity, right, is to connect with others who can hold you accountable to yourself. If you say this is your goal, then be about that goal, be about that life. Be clear about it, and we're going to support you, we're going to encourage you, we're going to be there for you, but we're also going to give you a clear, true eye about your own accountability. Right. So we discussed many other things, and a lot of that has to do with confidentiality and keeping those things within the group. Man, we had a good turnout. We had an excellent turnout. It's been the largest turnout I've had since I've been here, and I've only been here a year and a half, but it was really, really great. And not even a full year and a half, just maybe over 14 months now. So our plan is to go out. We come in to heal, but we plan to go out and to fight again. So indeed, it's warrior time. So our next meeting is October 20th from 6 to 7 p.m. We're meeting a little later after the Resource Center closes, and really having some strong time with each other. So looking forward to that. Continued collaboration among Black men's and organizations that support Black men. If you'd like to support us, please contact me and let me know if you'd like to come out, or if you'd like for us to maybe even extend our meeting via virtually, or have a meeting where you're at. Let us know. We're open to collaboration because we want to see Black men well, and we also want to see them strong, and we want to see them overcome and win. So thanks for your time. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great day.